We
are
MFiles.
and you
are
Watching.
BooTV. You have to say on the mic.
We are MFiles though.
Yes, it is related to X-Files. I like X-Files a lot. That and Michael Jordan as well. Playing guitar, watching highlights from Michael Jordan. So every time he dunks, I hit the guitar like really. And Mario. Yeah. There was a turning point in my life that my band that I had for 10 years stopped. And I decided, okay, if I want to move forward and keep it interesting for myself, I need to do something else because I've been playing bass for over 10 years by then. I was in a band called Ganeshas in Brazil. We worked for 10 years. We had the whole indie touring the country, playing festivals, kind of stuff. But we got that period post MP3 crisis, you know, that had Napster and all that stuff, and the record labels were going down. I moved to London after I didn't have a band in Brazil and stuff. Just wanted to change my life a little bit. And I started playing with a lot of bands as a guitar player. I just wanted to be a guitar player. I didn't want a responsibility. I just wanted to be someone else, wingman, and not stress myself. Then COVID hit and all these bands stopped. I said, okay, I'm going to start doing some songs in English. Because it's very corny to do songs in English when you're in Brazil. Like, people don't like that stuff. You want to do, you're in Brazilian, you do in Portuguese, right? So we don't think internationally from there. But anyway, so I started doing these songs, and at some point I thought, well, I want to play this stuff live. We even went to our first gig, and I think you liked it.
yes.
Nina gave me the first opportunity. So thank you, Nina, from Healthy Junkies. Thank you very much. Big fan too. She gave us our first show in London ever. And Vivian was there to watch.
And to cheer.
And then I knew that if something ever happened, you know, I was going to call her. She was playing like perfectly the album. I was almost cried the first time.
Yeah, I like to be prepared.
And then I was already talking with Thiago, like in Instagram and stuff. Oh, you play bass and stuff. Even before when I was looking for people to play with, you know, in London. And I said, dude, now is the time. You want to come in? I said, yes.
I'll send you the music, learn it, and then we play together. I really like the music we played. I think it's probably, our set list is quite solid.
Well, definitely alternative music, rock, metal. Yeah, these ones. I had huge influence from John Otto from Limp Bizkit.
From playing bass, Rancid, definitely. So everything California, even if it's like early Green Day, all of that. Indie stuff, like Strokes, Interpol, like Carlos K, first Interpol bass player, massive.
Offspring is one of the things that runs in my veins. Actually, I used to listen to a lot of prog rock when I was a kid. Like, yeah, I think the first song I ever learned on bass, my dad, because my dad is a big 70s prog rock guy, was Yes, a song from Yes on bass, which is not exactly, no, it was like, I was 9 years old, I couldn't barely do it. I think if you like all that 90s, early 90s scene, you might like our band. Especially Nirvana, if you want to say. We definitely have some pop elements because, you know, we take it from this 90s, 60s influence, but always with a lot of distortion.
Bit of an alternative dirty pop, kind of.
I did learn drums for a year, and then we couldn't really afford, so the rest was by myself. I'm self-taught mainly. Yeah.
DIY in the veins. Same for me. I had one, I asked my dad for a bass lesson. I had two, the one that I got in, the one that I got out.
I started playing really shitty pop punk. That was very easy because, you know, that's it, that's easy. And then I went to Red Hot Chili Peppers. I was more like pretentious. It's like, ooh, this is funky, this is harder to play with.
Abnormal waves, please.
The way is solid.
You know, the way it was done. Thank you. I've done. That's the first. That's the genesis of the. I did this song 13 years ago. I think the way is cool, but I also have a new song called "Silly Sad Song," which is a little bit more, I don't know, poppy maybe. Poppy. Ugly pop is the genre. I'm sorry, man. There's this band called Skating Polly. they live in the Northwest in the U.S. and they have this kind of retro 90s vibe that we also like. I've seen them 3 times already. Every time they comes to London, I go. It's just so bloody heavy, and they play like just bass and drums at the time they record it. It's so good. They also recorded with the K Records, which is the same that Kurt Cobain had tattoo on his arm and stuff. So yeah, and they were so young. They were like 13 when they did this stuff. Like you can see, like they're childs, but they're rocking like, you know, like crazy heavy and stuff. I loved. I always go to see. And then there's also the local scene, which goes kind of in hand with that style. Avoid, as I mentioned, was the first interview that I saw from BooTV. And Healthy Junkies, they're more like the British punk side kind of thing. Your Mom's, the Brazilian band, is a duo, bass and drums, that I love. They're so nice. I always, every time I meet them, it's almost like meeting old friends, even though I only saw them like a few times in my life. And yeah, I think these are my top 3 in the loco scene that I like a lot. Mario will be my favorite, and would be definitely the music of that video game is so timeless. Everyone, you know, it's like so I guess if I had to choose one, that has to be it.
There was a game called Full Throttle by LucasArts, and it was just like a gritty, like grungy motorcycle driver in the desert. I think we can fit that. I think it's just like the dirty sound goes with the dirty looks of it, and it played a lot of one of.
I'm composing the second album, and we have already like at least 4 songs with lyrics and like other 30 songs without lyrics. They're just ideas that I want to share, and I want us to record the second one together as a band, because I don't like this stuff of Dave Grohl, Foo Fighters type of thing where we pretend that we're a band, but in reality, I do everything, I'm the owner, and you guys just work for me, but we pretend that we're a band just because we like each other. We tell people what we sound like because they're not listening to us right now. I hope you do soon, after this interview. But watch a few more. There's a lot of bands in this channel. No, I'm not just pulling your tail. I really like the channel.